Hi students, welcome to our lesson for today. Thank you all for being early. For those of you who have been waiting for me for a while, you had some music to listen to. Hope you're fine with it. Usually I just play the same track, because I like those songs, right? So, and I think that most of you will like those songs too, or rather you don't have a negative opinion, which is, in my opinion, fine. As long as it's not overly critical, I think it should be okay. Okay, so just a couple of things to take note of. Okay, me nagging for a bit, right? Okay, remember, same thing, right? One person speaks at a time. Mute your microphones, okay? Turn off your web cameras, please, all of you, as well as let's remember to give each other some respect. Okay, now for today, right, it could be a short lesson, right, but it depends on how much you interact with me. So as usual, I'll be allocating questions for all of us to try together, okay, and then we'll go through first the reading of the question, and then you picking out your answer and then explaining to me why you picked out the answer. Okay, and of course we'll end up with an oral practice. Okay, now that being said, we have, I think, 8 grammar questions. So we'll get 8 students for grammar. We have 6 vocab questions. We'll get 6 students for vocab. Okay, you see, the moment I say it, all my hands are up. Okay, now I'm glad to see that all of you are very enthusiastic. Okay, great. Let me pick out the students, okay, that I would like to try. Okay, in order of, hang on, let me just get my pen out. Okay, we will have Chloe. All right, we'll get Estelle. I'm trying to get those whom I didn't really chit chat with for a bit just now first, okay? We have Natalie. All right, we get Lassia. And I was like, almost my entire list of students want to read. Okay, fine. Kamalesh. Okay, we'll get Arti. If your hands are, I've been selected, as in I've already selected, you please put down your hands, okay? Anish. Okay, we've got a couple of A's already. I want the other letters. Okay, we have Brenna. Okay, don't worry, we still have the vocab, that let me allocate it out first, okay? For vocab, let's get Matesh. Students whom I've already given you the words, I remember, okay, go and check out the meanings of all these words, because I may ask you, right? Or if you have your dictionary app with you, or like maybe you can turn on your dictionary tab, right? You can just go check it out so that when I ask you later, you will not be surprised. Okay, we'll have Juby. All right, we'll get Headwind. We'll get, hang on, let me see who else we'll get Victoria. We will get Sriram. Yeah, like finally, right? And the last one, do I have any other takers for the last question? Kaden, very good. Okay, I'm trying to be, give all of you an opportunity, okay? Now, we'll start with the first question. Okay, so do you remember the format that you're supposed to read out the answer to me in, right? You remember the question, the sentence first, then you put in the answer, right? And then you explain to me why you have chosen that answer. Can do? All right, we'll start with the first student, Chloe. Where are you, sweetheart? Okay, let's go, Chloe.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, hi.
Hold on, let me see the question now.
Okay. She did a very good thing. She checked whether we could all hear her. So please also remember to check whether not all of us can hear you. Okay, just simply say hi, can you hear me? Basically something like that. Okay, always make sure that people can hear you before you talk. If not, you'll be talking like me just now and muted and don't know until you all told me, right? Typical example. Okay, Chloe, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, come, let's go.
The girls were playing netball when it started to pour.
Okay, why is it we're playing, sweetie?
Cause when it started to pour, like they were already playing.
Okay, so this is past tense, is it?
Yes.
Okay. And we have a couple of other past tense over here. Why did you pick were playing instead of have played or had played?
Because have played, that means have played.
Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get you all to see, to visualize a timeline. Right, what is a timeline? You've learned this in maths, right? It's the series of events of which things happen. Right, so which one happened first, Chloe? Can you share with me? Did it start to pour first or did the girls play netball first?
Play netball first.
Very good. So they were playing netball, right? Which is why I wrote two things down here, playing or pour. So they were playing netball first, and then after that it started to pour, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is why we know that the answer is were playing, because the activity had not ended when it actually was pouring. It was still ongoing when the rain came. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yep.
Okay, that's why it's were playing. All right, got it?
Yes.
Okay, excellent job, Chloe. Thank you very much. Okay,
You're
second
welcome.
question. Thank you. Okay, I'll talk to you later, okay? Now, you must, oops, see, I keep wanting to read. Okay, Estelle. Students, you need to like say, just stop. Okay, Estelle, where you are? Uh-oh. Okay, Sierra, let me just give me, I need to find you. Ah, okay, found you. Okay, Estelle, are we ready? Let's go, sweetie.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Mm.
You must finish this test by 10 o'clock. Mrs. Tan told our class.
Mm-hmm. So the answer is bye, is it? Why do you say it's bye, sweetheart?
Because of mass.
Okay, so if it's must, does that naturally mean that it's bye? What does bye mean? Are you giving an end to the time of the test?
Yes.
Okay, so usually when we say by a certain time, means this 10 o'clock, right? Is it flexible? Can we
No.
push it to 10:01?
No.
Cannot, right? So when we say by, it means that it's actually concluded. At that point of time, you have to end it off. That's why we say it's by. It's not on 10 o'clock, right? Because we don't say a time is on, right? We don't say in, we can't say a time is in. Definitely not from, because from means the start of something, correct?
Yes.
Okay, now get it, So the answer is A. Good job. Thank you very much, Estelle. All right, okay, third one. Natalie, where are you, baby girl? Oh, hang on, let me find your name. Give me a while, okay, students, because I have to type in your name so it's quicker. Okay, come. Are we ready, sweetie? Let's go.
Miss Andra, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you, sweetheart.
Both Jane and her mother have blank dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Taken.
Okay, can you explain to me why you choose taken?
I just guess.
Okay, now let's just go through the options, okay? So you can sort of have a feel of whether or not you're right, okay? Have take their dinner doesn't make sense, right? Because
Yes.
it's usually have is the past participle of something. So if it's the past participle of something, right? Do you want to share with me if it's take? What's the past tense of take?
Took.
Okay, and the past participle will be taken.
Taken.
That's why it's actually this one, right? Okay, that being said, have took their dinner? No. Okay, it's just wrong. Please remember, students, past participles, right? It's always the last version, but usually with the N. Okay, sometimes it can be the second version, as in the second meaning present past version, but usually the past participle has the EN behind. Okay, and definitely it cannot be both Jane and her mother have taking dinner, because if it's taking, will be are taking dinner, right? Present continuous. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
Can? Okay, that's why the answer is have taken their dinner. It happened in the past. Okay, good job, Natalie. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, now, question 4 with Lasya. Wait, hang on, sweetheart. Let me find your name. Okay. Okay. Hi, sweetie. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Can hear you.
Although she broke the vase, her mother did not scold her.
Okay, why do you say it's although, sweetheart?
Because she did something wrong, but the mother didn't scold her.
Very good. So this is actually what we say is like a wrongdoing, right? Okay, because although she had done something wrong, right, but yet her mother did not scold her. So normally when you do something wrong, your mother will scold. But this is actually a switch of events, right? That's why we use although, because there is a contrast in effect. Very good, Lasya. Keep it up. Okay, sweetheart? Good job. Now, question 5, we have Kamalesh. Good job. Thank you very much, Lasya. Okay, Kamalesh, right. Come, sweetie, let's go. Are we ready?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you, sweetheart. Come, shall we read through the question?
Yes.
Betty.
Betty as well as
Veronica.
Veronica enjoys grapes as it is her favorite fruit.
Okay, enjoys, is it with the S or without the S?
With the S.
With the S. Okay, why is that so, sweetie? Why do you think so?
Because Betty likes the grapes more than Veronica.
Really? But they say as well as, no? So doesn't it make it two people?
Yeah.
So if in that case, if it's two people, shouldn't it be enjoy and not enjoys?
Yes.
So the answer is A or B?
A.
Okay, sweetie. Thank you very much for sharing with me your thoughts. Okay, actually, your first answer was right. Okay, I don't want to confuse you. Let me explain to you why. Okay, whenever we have this type of extra information, what I call a distractor, right, students? If you watch my videos, okay, this is actually a distractor. What is a distractor? It's meant to distract you. So as well as Veronica, as long as you see these two things down here, right? You see the commas? Basically, you exclude this. So you actually do not care about this. Because it's called a distractor, you just look at Betty and straight away your subject-verb agreement, singular, you have the S over here. Always remember this, okay? Exam time, this will come out because they always want to trick you. Okay, if this is the case, naturally, just remember what Miss Indra says, right? It's a distractor, ignore, go straight to Betty and Joyce with the S at the back. Okay, that being said, right, the answer is B. Okay, definitely not enjoying, right, because it's not plural. Not enjoying as well, because you can't have anything without the verb over there. So it's either enjoy or enjoys. Singular, you go with the S. Kamalesh, is that clear for you? You mute yourself already, okay? All right, students, this is how we actually solve the question. Okay, I hope that if any of you, got tricked by this, you learn from this example. All right, now, question 6, okay, we have Arti. Hang on, let me find you. Hi, love. Are we ready, sweetie?
Hi, Miss Indra. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Miss Indra, my name is not Aarti. My name is
Gayatri,
Gayatri.
right? Yeah, I know. You sounded exactly like your brother. Okay, wait. You can answer the question. Let me change your name.
Okay.
Can I just put Gaia?
Okay.
Or you want your full name?
Gaia is okay.
Okay, all right. Okay, Ken. Come, let's go.
It is past your bedtime. Switch off the television now.
Okay, why do you say it's switch, sweetheart?
Because the person's gonna switch it off now.
Okay, so now is what tense? Oops, sorry.
Present tense.
Very good. So if it's present tense, the rest of the options doesn't make sense, right? It cannot be switches off, right? I mean, it can be, but usually we use the, what term is it? We usually use the present verb of it, right? Which is actually switch in that case. Not switches, right? Okay, not switch because this is past, right? And not switching because it's not continuous. Okay, good job.
Okay.
All right, thank you, sweetheart. So this one is not Arti. I must change. Oh my gosh, shucks. Okay, thank you, sweetie. Let me change your name. Gaia. I love my G's and my Y's. Okay, anyway. Oops. Okay, now Anish, I think. My handwriting is also like doctors, just I'm not that scientifically inclined. Okay, Anish, are we ready, sweetie? Anish. Anish, can you hear me? Boo! Done. I can't hear you, sweetheart. Can you hear me, Anish? Cannot, is it? Anish. I can't hear you. Anish? No, sweetheart, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Okay, let's have Branson. Oops. Branson? I've unmuted you already, no?
I just want to change my name to Brennan.
Do you want to answer the question?
I don't. Okay, I try.
Okay, very good. I like it. Okay, Brennan. How do you spell Brennan? N-N-O-N.
Brannon.
Brennan. Okay, thank you, sweetheart. Okay, come, let's try for the question. She has?
She has lost her pencil,
Mm-hmm.
hasn't she?
Okay, very good. But can you tell me why is it hasn't?
Cause there's has.
Correct. So this kind of question is what we call a question tag. Okay. So if it's a question tag, whatever you ask at the end, which is this part over here, has to be the opposite of what has been used at first. So because they say she has lost her pencil, hasn't she? It has to be the opposite. You get it now?
Yes.
Okay. So for example, let me give you another question. Okay. Another example.
Okay.
Brennan did not do his homework. Okay, then the question at the end will be what he. So if this is the verb that is the main thing, did not do his homework, what he?
Didn't he?
It should be the opposite. So if this is did not, what should this be? Opposite. Very good. Okay, because this is actually didn't. Correct? So it has to be the opposite. You get it now?
Yes.
Can? Okay, very good. Do you want to try one more example?
Okay.
Okay, let's try one more. Okay, this is example 1, example 2. Okay, she should have taken her dinner. Okay, then this one will be what? So
Shouldn't.
okay, so she should have. Sorry, can you repeat that, sweetie?
Shouldn't.
Wouldn't?
Shouldn't.
Shouldn't. Good job. You got it already. Very good. Understand now? Is this clear?
Yes.
Can I? Good job. Very good. Keep it up, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, now next question. We have Brenna. I hope all of you follow, my examples, okay? Remember these examples when you're doing your questions. Brenna, sweetheart, I'm going to change your name first, okay? Why so sad? I want smiley face. Smiley. Oh. Go on, oh. Oops. You can tell that this is clearly making me very happy. It's the highlight of my day, Brenna. Okay, sweetie, are we ready?
Yeah.
You don't sound so happy. Oh no. Okay, let's try the question, okay?
Okay.
Okay, come, let's go.
This is the confectionery where I bought the pastries from.
Okay, very simple question, but can you explain to me why you get the answer where?
Confectionery is a place.
Excellent. I was waiting for the exact statement. Good job. Okay, because it's a place, it's not a thing, which is which. It's not a time, right? Because when is usually a time, and whom is usually a person. So because it is a place, that's why we say where I bought the pastries from. Ken?
Can.
Thank you very much, Brenna. Good job. I hope you're happy after you've got 3 smileys now. Okay, now thank you, students. Okay, these are my answers if those of you need it. Okay, let's go on to our vocabulary questions first before you get a short break later, and then I'll play one song. Okay, now Matesh, sweetheart, are we ready? Wait, let me find your name. Okay, Matesh. Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, that was very loud and very clear. Thanks for checking. Okay, come, shall we try the question?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Paul is such a... He always boasts of his
Achievement.
achievement.
Okay, so I got a few things I want to ask you. Okay, firstly, right, do you know what's the meaning of achievement?
No.
Okay, achievement is things that he has done very well. Okay, so for example, right, let's say Matesh, you are the champion in maybe badminton, you're the best player in your school, right? You have been given medals because you have helped the school win your badminton championship, right? So that is an achievement, something that you've done well in. So far, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now the second thing I want you to take note of, right, sweetie, okay, is the word boast. Okay, how we pronounce it, right, is actually B-O-A-S-T-S. Can you try after me? Boast.
Boast.
Very good. Okay, so this is how we pronounce the word boast. Do you know the meaning of boast?
What is it?
Okay, boast is basically, for example, okay, pretend I'm you, okay? you know, like you're talking to a friend, Tom, for example. You know, I won the school championship. Nobody else can be better than me. That is boasting. When you say something that you're better than the rest, you're like being very proud. You understand what I mean? So
Yeah.
that is the context of it. So that's the meaning of boast. Okay. So that being said, right, with these two things in mind, can you share with me what you think is the answer?
The answer must be like C.
Okay. Why do you think it's a coward? You want to? Okay. So do you have your dictionary with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you check for me very quickly what is the meaning of a braggart?
Okay, let me take it right now.
Okay. Very good. What? Okay, definitely did not. Okay, all of you as well, go and take your dictionaries, please. Okay, type for me in the group chat, right, what you think the meaning of braggart is. Okay, and what is the root word, right? Obviously, the root word comes from brag, right? So a braggart is someone who brags. Yes, sweetie, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, you were saying something, sweetheart?
I said take my dictionary already.
Okay, very good. So can you check the meaning, sweetie?
What's the meaning one?
This one, the first one, A, braggart.
Is it the A?
The A, correct, the option A. Why don't do you have a computer or laptop with you, sweetie?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm using AC desktop.
Oh, okay. Then why don't you open another tab and just go to dictionary and type in this word?
Google.
Yeah, just Google this word, braggart, and then the meaning will come out.
What meaning? I'm using two tabs. One for Zoom, then one is here.
You can open another tab. It wouldn't take up a lot of your bandwidth.
Okay, I'm in the Google already. What to
Okay.
type?
Braggart. Just type in the first option, braggart.
My screen can't move to another side. Wait,
Alamak. Okay. Do you want me to help you with that?
BR. Yeah.
Okay, let me screen share. Hang on,
Now you can let me screen share.
Okay, what are you looking at?
Me.
Mm-hmm.
You say I can screen.
No, I didn't allow it for that because I want to show you how to do it first before anything else. Okay, so let me just.
Google.
Okay, what is the meaning?
You write already the one, not me.
What did I write? What are you talking about?
Yeah, the one you're writing. I can see in your screen.
First, I wanted to show you lah, darling. Okay, wait, hang on, Okay, so a braggart is actually what? A person who boasts about their achievements, right? Okay, so actually this is actually the answer.
Now I can use the one. I'm making the big screen on the Zoom. I mean on the Google Chrome.
Okay, I see. Right, okay, but anyway, we found the meaning. I'm trying to understand what you're saying, but okay, so a braggart is someone who what? Boasts about his achievements, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, then what about hypocrite?
Huh?
What is a hypocrite?
The B one. I'm gonna go Google. It means behave in a way that suggests one has higher than the one. You go check on Google. I was reading the downstairs.
You very good, no boss. I asked you to check for me, then you tell me to check myself.
Did you hear the sound?
Critical.
Did you hear that?
I think I heard hypocritical, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you must understand, hypocrite is the person. Hypocritical is the action. Okay, he was being very hypocritical in his action. So when we are describing an action, an adjective would be hypocritical. You need to remember that there is a difference. Okay, hypocrite means that you say one thing and then you do another. So for example, maybe someone, maybe it could be like, maybe a thief, for example. He says, you know, I think that it is such a disgrace to steal things, and he goes and steal things. So that is very hypocritical. He says one thing, but he does another.
Okay.
Okay, Matesh? And a coward is someone who's very afraid of things, right? He doesn't dare to do anything, right? So the coward basically is afraid of the bully, right? That's how it is. This is the pattern.
Bully means
The person who takes advantage of other people, right? So what do you think is the answer, dear?
me.
Yep.
Number C.
You think the answer is C? He always boasts of his achievements, you know. Boasts of his achievements means he's very proud of himself, right? So
Yeah.
so if he's very proud, can it be a coward?
No.
So what should it be?
A.
He is a braggart. Very good. Now is this clearer to you?
Yes.
Can I? Okay, make sure you remember all these words, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sweetie. Now we'll go on to Juby, sweetheart. Okay, hang on. Some of you do not know how to use a dictionary, is it? Okay, if you are online and you have the computer with you, right, just key in the word, you are able to find the word in the dictionary. It will definitely pop out already. Okay, try to use the dictionary or the app, because if you do, it is a lot quicker. Okay, Juby, are we ready, sweetheart?
Yes.
Okay, come, let's go.
As Julia was not feeling well, she had to from the competition.
So what do you think the answers are? Do you know the meaning? Okay, enter we all know, right? We
Yes.
join something, okay? Enroll is to participate in something, right?
Okay.
Okay, what is the meaning of withdraw?
To remove something from
Very good. Okay, so
something.
remove something, right? Okay, excellent. All right, oopsie. Okay, to remove something, and to terminate means to? Terminate actually means to stop.
Stop.
Okay, so in this case, she had to what from the competition? So obviously it's not enter or enroll, right? Because she
Okay.
was not feeling well, she had to take herself out. So which of these two words, withdraw or terminate, means take herself out?
Withdraw.
Very good. Withdraw means to remove herself from the competition. Good job, Juby.
Okay.
Okay, keep it up, all right,
Thank
sweetie?
you.
Welcome. Okay, now, third one, we have Hadwin. Sweetheart, where are you? Okay, Hadwin, are we ready, sweetie?
Yes,
Yes, come, let's go.
we like to accompany our grandmother to the market every Sunday morning.
Very good. So accompany, right? Can you explain to me why is it not assist or escort? Do you know what's the meaning of assist or escort?
Assist means that you tell someone what to do.
Assist means to tell someone what to do. I think that will be more instruct actually. Assist means to help.
Okay.
Right? And how about escort?
I go Google.
Okay, sure. That's very good, okay? All of you are willing to Google it, you know, you're not lazy, which I think is great, okay? Keep up with all your curiosity, okay? That's very good. Okay, Mr. Google has the answer for almost everything, so you can just type in escort and you just find out. Okay, you just type in escort meaning, then at least you get a little bit more.
Accompanying another for protection as a mark of rank.
Correct. So you realize, right? Okay, everybody think of National Day Parade. I'm sure all of you have watched National Day Parade at least once. Right? You realize that when the president walks past all the guards, right? You know, she does her inspection, right? So when she walks past all her guards, all of them are attention, and then there's someone beside her walking with her. Okay, so this is actually what we call an escort. An escort because she is the president, right? So obviously they have to have someone accompany her. She cannot be jalan-jalan walking alone, right? It doesn't make sense, correct or not? Okay, so basically accompanying because, you know, they have certain status, they have certain ranking. Okay, good job in finding this out for me, Hadwin. Okay, so you're right to say that because grandmother is like, not say no rank basically, but not so important in that way, right? She doesn't have an official ranking. So in this case, actually accompany because we like to go with her. That is the meaning of accompany. All right, Hadwin?
Yes.
Got it? Okay, thank you very much, sweetie. Good job. Okay, keep up with the good effort, okay?
Okay.
Now, thank you, sweetheart. Okay, now, question 4. Victoria, where are you, baby girl? Wait, let me just make sure everybody's muted because I can hear some background noise. Okay, Victoria, where are you? Okay, hi, Siri.
Hello, Miss Indra.
Hi, love. How are you? I spoke to you just now, right? I hear your voice again now. Okay, it's fine. The voice of an angel. Okay, come. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
We looked through the house. We looked through the blank to choose a new washing machine for our house.
Mhm.
We looked through the catalog.
Okay, very good. Your answer is actually correct, but can you just explain to me quickly what you think, why is it catalog firstly and maybe not the rest? Diary is what? For you to write your what?
Diary is secrets.
Secrets, very good. Okay. Then book obviously is just like a storybook kind of thing, right? Album, what do we store in albums?
Photos and videos.
Very good. Okay, for photographs and if it's on like those computer digital album, then we can store videos also. Okay, so catalog is actually a brochure, right, students? Some sort of advertisement material to help us in maybe deciding something, in this case, a washing machine. Ken, very good job, Victoria. Thank you so much, dear. Okay, now, Shriram, where are you? See my voice cracking also. Okay, Shriram, let's go.
Hey, teacher.
Hi, and yes, we can hear you. Are we ready?
You can hear me now. I'll get out of the way.
What?
No, shoot. Yeah, shoot. Alright. Teacher, she's in my room. Gayatri, she's in my room. Ask her to get out.
Shriram, we are waiting for you. Hurry up.
Permission has to be dash before you may go for the trip.
Mm-hmm.
Allowed before you may go for the trip.
You allow permission, really? Remember, the keyword over here we are looking at is what? Permission, right? So what is the verb? Permission is the noun. What is the verb that needs to go with permission? Usually we what? We allow a student to do something. We do not need to give allow permission. Okay, obviously permission cannot be permission, has to be permitted. It's a bit silly, right? How can you have double word, right? You cannot award permission. You award prizes, you award respect. So in this case, yes, you have to remember, okay, Shriram, that permission has to be granted. It has to be given. Granted in this case means given. I give you permission to do something, right? That's the phrase that we always use, right? In this case, permission has to be given, okay, granted before you may go for the trip. So the answer is E. Okay, sweetie, got it, Can, Shriram?
Yeah, for the oral practice, can I talk?
Cannot. You talk too much already.
Talk.
Bye.
Love
you. Mwah. Bye. Sorry. I usually silence people with a kiss. Okay, come, Kaden, let's go. Okay, before we can have a quick break and then we can come back to oral. Okay, come, Kaden, let's go.
Hello, Miss Indra.
Hi, sweetheart. Yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
Can I start now?
Yes, you may.
Please end your telephone conversation as I need to use the telephone. What?
What is this what?
Blank.
Okay, so what do you think it is?
Urgently.
Okay, why do you think it's urgently?
Because of the word.
You can't obviously say slowly, right? Doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah.
How about presently? What does presently mean?
Presently is like I need to use it now.
Okay, now, very good. Okay, conveniently is something that is at a good time for you, right? So because you need to use it now, urgent, maybe something happened. That's why you need to end your phone call conversation, as in telephone conversation. Correct, Kaden?
Yes.
Okay, good job. Thank you so much, sweetie. Okay, now we've actually come to the end of our vocab practice. All right, students, we'll go for a short break. Time now is 5:04. We'll come back at about 5:08 thereabouts. Okay, let me play a song. I've been wanting to play a song. Actually, I don't know what song to play also, but yeah. Okay, now go for your break. Let me find a song to play.
Like me.
Okay, come, let's get back to our lesson. You can all still see my screen, right? Okay, let's come back. And I would like to, hang on, I want to see my students. Where are you guys? Oops. Hang on, where are you guys? 1 second, let me try to find you guys. Strange. Okay, oops. Where did you guys go? Is it? This is very weird. How come I can't see all of you? Okay, okay, anyway. Can you all see this screen? Right? Okay, those of you who can see, can you just give me a thumbs up so that I'm aware that you can see my screen? Okay, anyway, that being said, okay, we have come to our reading. Yes, I know all of you left this class, I don't know why. But okay, we have 1, 2, okay, we have 1. Okay, so the paragraph for this, right, will be, wait, let me mark it out. We have 1. Okay, student 1. We have student 2. Student 3. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is long. Okay, so we break this up into student 4, student 5, right? Okay, so we get 5 students to read through this. Remember, you're actually talking about a story that you're going to narrate to your friends. I have such a long list of students. This is really unbelievable. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me clear everybody first. Okay, makes no difference. All right. Okay, let's get Pari. Okay, we'll get, let me see who else. We get Kason. Okay, we'll get, try to find students who haven't talked to me yet. Pranshu. Okay, we'll get 2 more. Hang on, okay, we can get Celine. And we will get, hang on, I'm trying to find students I've not seen before. Adi, you'll be 5, okay? All right, now are we ready, students? Okay, so last week, remember what do we focus on? Last week we focused on intonation and pace, right? Okay, today I want you to focus on, remember last week I taught you how to, when you have long sentences, how to break it up. Okay, so today the focus will be on, today was the day, 5th June, right? So today the focus will be on breaking up long sentences. Okay, so I want you to, when you have a long sentence, right, focus on putting in your punctuation and your pauses, okay, so that we are not out of breath by the time we reach the end of the sentence. Can do? Okay, all right, now I've already picked my students. So those students whom I've picked, can you please get ready? We are going to start, okay? Pari, are we ready, sweetie? Let's go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, sweetheart.
Emily wanted to join the school band. She wanted to learn to play the trumpet. She thought it was an interesting instrument to learn. She was fascinated by the sounds it could make.
Thank you, sweetie. Okay, for this one, you don't really have any long sentence, but you realized, okay, for this one, right, you have a lot of she's in the beginning. Very boring way of writing. Student, please, your compo, don't write I know, doesn't work that way. Okay, so whenever we have such a meh piece, I really call this a meh piece because it's just boring, right? Okay, so we make it a little bit interesting. Okay, how can we do that, right? We sort of vary the tones that we are reading. So for example, Emily wanted to join the school band. She wanted to play the trumpet. She thought it was an interesting instrument to learn. She was fascinated by the sounds it could make. right? So you put a little bit of speed adjustment, right? You put a little bit of exaggeration. You realize that she thought it was an interesting instrument. All these things actually make it a little bit more interesting. Can? Okay, so of course, that being said, you know, it's the first time that you're encountering this piece, and I understand that, you know, it's quite challenging, right, to put all these things in, but just learn from it. The more you practice, the better you become. Okay, students, thank you, Pari. That was a very good example. Let's try with a little bit more emotion next time. Okay, now, Kason, where are you, sweetie? Kason. Okay, let's go, sweetheart.
Emily decided to approach the teachers in charge, Miss Wong. Miss Wong, can I join the school band? I do not have any experience playing any instruments, but I am interested in learning the trumpet, said Emily hesitantly.
Okay, very good. Thank you, sweetie. I realized that because this is something very new to you and there's a lot of speech, right? You know, it's a bit shaky, but what I liked about how you read it, right, was that you really put yourself in the character. Okay, so let me go through with you the passage, this in the paragraph first, okay? Then you can pick up on where you can improve. All right, Kason?
Okay.
Okay, now, firstly, we'll start off with, just take note of a couple of things. Remember when we have teacher in charge, right? It's singular, so let's avoid the S over there. Because just now, I think when we were reading, I heard an S. Maybe it's a slip of the tongue. So Emily decided to approach the teacher in charge, Miss Wong. Okay, then after that, what you did very well, right, was you actually pretended to be her, right? So Miss Wong, can I join the school band, right? Remember the question, so we go up, right? I do not have any experience playing any instruments, but I'm interested in learning the trumpet, said Emily. Okay, this word over here is actually hesitantly. Now, do you know the meaning of hesitantly? Okay, hesitantly is basically she paused for a while. She was very unsure whether or not she wanted to answer. Okay, but students, this is a very tricky word, because you realize that for this word is actually hesitant without the S. A lot of students make the mistake by reading it as hesitantly, which is wrong. There is no S over here. Please take note of this. Very important. Okay, so can all of you try to say hesitantly? Okay, there is no S over there. We stop at hesitant. Okay, got it, huh? Okay, Kason, all okay?
Yes.
Ken, very good effort there. Okay, keep it up, all right?
Oh, thank you.
Okay, now, thank you, sweetie. Now we'll go with Pranshu. Okay, Pranshu, are we ready, sweetie? Let's go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, but could you speak up a bit louder, sweetie? It's a bit soft.
Can you hear me?
Better now. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Mm.
Of course, you are most welcome. It is good that you are passionate about music. Come and join us for our training session tomorrow after school at 2 p.m., replied Miss Wong warmly.
Very good. Okay, I really love how you you know, you put in a lot of life to the reading. Okay, and because this sentence is quite long, you try to break it up, right? Okay, but Pranshu, I want you to go one step higher now. Okay, you've already reached, you know, in terms of your reading, it was very smooth. So what I want you to do is really be in the character. How can we do that? Right? Is when you're you realize that when you had a long sentence, I understand you were trying to put pauses in between because this is the aim for today's lesson, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but how we can sort of reduce, you realize that it's a bit awkward, right? Sometimes it's like you put in a pause, then it doesn't sound like a normal sentence, right? When we're talking, we don't have awkward pauses in between, correct or not? Right? I mean, makes sense to you, right? Okay, so how we can do this, right, is actually maybe we can speed up at certain parts and slow down at certain parts. So for example, of course you are most welcome. So like that, we can read a bit faster, right? Then it is good that you're passionate about music. So we sort of like pick up speed and then slow down. So it sounds a little bit more like a real conversation rather than like you're reading. It sounds a bit weird, right? Okay. Now this is the crucial sentence. Come and join us for our training session tomorrow after school at 2 p.m. So you realize that I'm slowing down. I didn't pause, right? Because if you pause, it's come and join us for our training session tomorrow. It's like very weird, you know?
Like it's two separate sentences.
Correct. You're absolutely right. So maybe what we can do is we adjust the speed a bit. We play around with it. What do you think? Can? Okay, I think that will work better actually. And since you're reading as in your pronunciation and all that, right? And your pitch is very good, right? Let's focus on trying to make it a little bit more real. Can?
Okay.
Okay,
And
good job,
can you
Pranshu.
hear me a bit more louder right now?
Yeah, now it's better because when you first started off, it's a bit soft. So it's
Yeah,
great.
I turned
Okay.
up the volume.
Good job. Okay, so maybe next time if you were to answer me, you can keep at this volume lah. Try to remember that. Can, dear?
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
good
you.
job. Thank you very much, sweetheart. Okay, now fourth one we have Celine. Where are you? Princess? Where are you? Wait. Okay. Okay, my avocado. Are you ready?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Emily was thrilled. The next day, entered the music room, not knowing what to expect. Miss Wong led her to where a few other pupils were playing their trumpets. Another instructor was there to guide them. Emily was handed a trumpet and taught how to play it by the instructor.
Okay, thank you, sweetie. That was very good. What I really liked about how you read was that you were very, very clear in your thrilled, right? Your TH words are very clear, right? I can hear the there. Okay, all these words are very tricky, students, because it's there, but nobody really takes note of it. Remember, I cannot tell you how important it is that your TH is pronounced correctly. Okay, what I also liked about it that I think that all of us can learn from is that she was very lively in her reading. You realize that it didn't sound quite boring, which I think was very good. Okay, and it's something that we can all like try to reach, like, you know, this kind of reading standard, which I think is great. Okay, so Emily, I liked it. Sorry, Emily, what am I talking? Celine, I liked it very much. Okay, thank you very much, sweetie. Okay, now Adi, where are you, sweetheart? No, Pranshu, don't worry, sweetie. You are absolutely great. Okay, I'm just wanting you to reach a higher standard. Okay, students, sometimes when you realize that I set a goal for each lesson, right? For today, we'll be breaking up long sentences, okay? But if let's say I find that, you know what, your reading is great, right? We can improve beyond that standard, right? Okay, then I'll push you in other areas as well. Because what I'm targeting is for your reading, right? Actually, I'm looking at your PSLE as the end goal, right? So PSLE reading will be out of 10. Right, so if I push you beyond that, that means you're already at 8 already. Now I'm pushing you to 9 and 10 kind of standard out of 10 now, obviously. Right, okay? So when I say let's work on something else, it doesn't mean that you're bad. No, it means that you've already got that great part done, right? I want you to go better. Okay, so you need to remember that this is my habit. Usually I give you a target, but if I find that, you know what, you're great already, let's work on something else. I mean, why you keep on working on the same thing, right? Doesn't make sense, right? Got it? Okay, good job, students. Thank you so much. Okay, Adi, sweetie, let's go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you, sweetie.
Although she found it difficult initially, she gradually learned how to produce a few notes. At the end of the session, Emily was thrilled at her progress. She was determined to master the trumpet as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you so much, sweetie. Okay, I recognize over here that you're really trying to pronounce each word correctly, which I really applaud the effort. Good job. Okay, what I'll like you to focus on now, right, will be how you actually start. Because you realize that, okay, you got a very tricky position. You were in the middle of a paragraph. Right, so because you were in the middle of a paragraph, you're not sure of, you know, how you should start. Maybe is it like high to low or low to high, you know, that kind of thing. Your intonation is like, you know. So usually when we start a sentence, right, we always go high to low. Although, right, okay, we don't say all. I think when what I heard was although it's like the other way around. Right, so just take note that it's, although she found it difficult initially, she gradually learned how to produce a few notes. Okay, try to make sure that it's like very evenly paced. Okay, at the end of the session, Emily was, okay, this is what we have to take note of, sweetheart. Okay, I need your TH to be very clearly pronounced. It's not thrilled, it's thrilled. Okay, you have the th over there, remember, okay? Thrilled at her progress. She was determined to master the trumpet as soon as possible. And whenever we are ending off, students, right, we sort of slow down the pace a little bit, okay, to sort of signify that we are actually ending off. Can, Adi?
Yes.
Okay, so this is just some ways that maybe we can just work on that. Okay, but I think overall, all of you 5 students, you've done a great job in reading. Keep up with the effort. Most importantly, the spirit. Okay, I really admire your courage. It takes a lot of guts to read aloud. Okay, give yourself a round of applause. Okay, now just a breather for like 3 seconds. Okay, and we'll go on to our stimulus-based conversation for today. Okay, now look at this picture. Okay, I'm just going to pick up maybe 2 or 3 students to talk to me about this picture, okay, and whether or not you'll be interested to join, right? So let's just go through it first. Okay, so basketball trials, right? Basically, what's a basketball trial? So when you want to join a CCA and maybe the CCA is really, really good or it's oversubscribed. What is oversubscribed means too many people want to join it, right? Okay, and because of that, right, they have to hold trials in primary 3 and 4, right? And those of you who are interested can join, you know, this trial that's happening at the basketball court. And let me just change my color so we can see it, okay? At the court at 3 p.m. on maybe 12th of January, the start of the year, right? So only 10 pupils will be selected to join the team. Okay, students, so first things first, all right, now, can you share with me how many of you would actually like to join this particular trials? Just raise your hand if you'd like to join. Okay, now, maybe you could share with me why you would like to join. Anish, you want to try, sweetheart? Anish? 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 Hey, Anish, I can't hear you, no, sweetie. Anish? Anish? Okay, not working. All right, Victoria, yes, sweetie, you want to share? Do you think you want to participate in this basketball trials?
Yes.
Okay, why is that?
Because basketball is a form of exercise, and having regular exercises is good for the body, as it makes us want to like grow taller, and then it also gives us more healthy bodies and also strong muscles.
Okay. All right, that's good. Okay, because it's a sport, it helps to build up our body, right? Thank you so much, Victoria. Good job. Okay, now, Kaden, would you share with me? Would you like to participate in this basketball trials? Kaden? Kaden?
Yeah.
So would you want to participate in this basketball trial?
No.
Oh, okay. Why is that so?
I'm not good at basketball.
Okay, so what are you good at?
I'm good at soccer.
Wow, that's even better. Okay, I'm impressed. Okay, so if there was a soccer trial, what you're saying is you would try to go for it?
Yes.
Okay, what's your CCA in school, sweetie?
I don't get it.
That's a very enthusiastic brother you have there.
That was my sister.
Oops. Don't tell her what I said. Okay, well, so what CCA are you in?
Huh?
What CCA are you in?
Scouts.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you didn't want to join soccer? Does your school have soccer?
Huh? Yes.
It does, but you didn't want to join.
Huh? I can't.
Why?
My father asked me to join Scouts.
Okay, that solves everything, isn't it? Right? Okay, thank you so much for sharing, sweetie. Okay, now, Hedwin, you wanted to share something, right, sweetheart? Okay, so do you think you want to participate in this basketball trials?
Maybe.
Maybe, really? Why is that maybe? Why is it not yes?
Because I like badminton better than basketball.
Oh, so if there was badminton, then you want to join?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So what CCA are you now in school?
I don't know what I am in. I just give my first choice and my first to third choice already, but the results still haven't come out. My first choice is badminton.
Okay, so I suppose you're in primary 3 now?
Yes.
Okay, all right, I wish you all the very best. I hope you get into badminton, okay?
Okay, but badminton is a very popular sports in my school.
Actually, yeah, which school are you in?
What do you mean by which sport I am in?
No, as in which school are you in?
Clementi Primary School.
Oh, okay, so you live in the West lah. All right, okay. Actually, when I was in primary school, so my primary school badminton team was very strong. My secondary school badminton team was also very strong, actually. Come to think about it. I'm not sure if you have heard of my primary school. All of you can try guessing which primary school I was from. And I'll tell you at the end of lesson, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sweetie. Let's go through the questions first, okay?
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye, sweetheart. All right, now we'll just take a look at what kind of questions that we have, right? Okay. Celine, stop it. Okay, now look at this poster. Would you be interested in joining trials, right? We were actually going through the questions, okay? So currently, what is your CCA? I've asked some of you also, right? And how much time do you actually spend on it? No, I wasn't from CHIJ Primary School, actually. Okay, and we have one more. Okay, so what can you do to encourage? Now, I'll get 2 students to sort of answer me for this question because I just want to hear your thoughts. Okay, what can you do to encourage others to take up sports? Okay, Pranshu, shall we try yourself, sweetie? Let me hear your thoughts. Okay, Pranshu, come. Are we ready? So what can you do to to encourage others to take up sports?
What I can do to encourage others to take up sports?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so firstly, I can educate people about, I can educate friends in my school about how important is playing sports is for you, and then because sports can make your health grow better, because now is the COVID-19 and you actually are sitting at home and schools are also open, but then I don't think that many schools are doing physical education a lot. So it will be better to exercise at home, because exercising is also a sport. So educating is one way I can encourage others to take up sports. Because the other way that I can educate encourage others to take up sports is to educate them about the kinds of sports that can be played, because some of my friends like a variety of sports. So yeah, so maybe other people also like a variety of sports, so it would be better to educate them rather than choosing other things, to encourage others to take up sports.
Okay,
because then they can know the benefits of playing sports.
Okay, a couple of things for you to take note, right, Pranshu? I like how you try to think through your ideas, okay? One thing first is not make your health better, right? I think you mentioned that earlier on. I'd like you to remember that when you play sports or when you do sports, right? Okay, you are actually improving your health. So it's not so much of make your health better, but rather you are improving your health by being active.
Yeah, improving my health.
Okay, and also just now I think you mentioned that when it's COVID, everybody's at home, so people are being very inactive. So when people are inactive, right, basically everything just drops, like your stamina, you just feel very lazy all the time. You're very lethargic, right? You don't feel like moving. Of course, you get fatter, right? So all these things are just a by the way kind of thing. And you're right to say that many schools now are not doing physical education because social distancing and all that. You can't play a sport without touching somebody else,
and
right?
some schools, the multi-purpose hall or the ISH, the indoor sports hall, is not too big for everybody to do social distancing.
I agree.
To practice social distancing.
Correct. Yes, that's right. Thank you so much, Pranshu, for your thoughts. Okay, just to answer a couple of you, right? House riding is a sport. Okay, and I think that people who can horse ride are pretty awesome. Okay, now Chloe, you wanted to answer me, right, sweetie? Okay, so what can you do to encourage others to take up sports?
I will put a poster, and then
try to like psycho them to join, right?
Yes.
Okay, but if let's say a poster doesn't help, because you realize that in Chinese they have this term, right? Okay, I know many of you here are non-Chinese. Okay, Chinese has this term that 人是活的, right? But posters 是死的, 对吗? I mean, in this case, let me translate to you directly as students. Okay, it actually means human beings are alive, right? Therefore, we need things that stand out to us to actually make us, more appeal to it, right? But in this case, a poster like what Chloe suggested is actually a non-living thing, right? Because it's a non-living thing, so we will not get excited by it if it doesn't even catch our attention. Simply put, that's what I was trying to say.
I mean, like sometimes we can ask people.
Mm-hmm.
So like we put people at the corridor, and then we ask them to give out the poster.
So it's like, no, you give out, then you don't go give out poster already. You give out flyers.
Yeah.
Right, those like smaller ones, right? You can't give out a poster. Hello, it's bigger than you. I mean, correct, all right. Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Okay,
Answer question B also.
Sure. Okay, come. Let's just give me your thoughts. Wait. Okay. So what is your CCA? How much time do you spend on it?
My CCA is art.
Okay.
And I spend a lot of time on it, like about 2 hours of CCA.
A week lah, basically.
Yeah, on Monday.
Okay. Do you know last time when I was in track, we trained three times a week, right? For 3 hours each. So I was having CCA for 9 hours. And more, because that doesn't include warm up. So you warm up, like run like 5 rounds around the school, cool down, like run another 3 rounds around the school. So yeah, I was a runner, right? So yeah, you can imagine Miss Indra being like very black, relatively skinny, right? I'm decently tall, I'm not so short, right? So it's like I look like bamboo stick. But yeah, yes.
I do enjoy my CCA, but sometimes no.
Okay, I know what you mean. Exactly, I know what you mean.
No, because the teacher is very fierce.
Oh, my coach was very fierce. So we all cannot escape one. You pretend you got ankle injury, he'll make you run even more. So forget it. Okay, thank you so much for sharing, sweetie. Okay, now we just go through the answers first. Okay, my answers rather. Okay, remember we use the format of overview, right? So give me your opinion, of course, share with me your reason, and then give me examples, and of course repeat your overall step. Okay, that being said, let me share with you. And I thank you, students. I know I'm very fat. Okay, but anyway, look at this poster, right? Would you be interested in joining the trials, right? So why not? Firstly, I would be, because naturally I'm a these are all my responses in the format. Okay, basically, right? I will be because I like sports, right? So and I used to play netball as well when I was in school. Right, so hopefully I can join the CCA because I want to grow taller. Back then when I was a student, I really wanted to grow taller, right? I wanted to be like 175, you know. Then I realized, right, it's going to be very challenging because a lot of boys in Singapore were very short. So at 1.75 cannot, right? So it's like, I'm okay, like my height is not too bad, basically, right? I like sports, and I think that it's a healthy activity to do, especially now that we're stuck indoors. Students, I cannot emphasize it enough. Okay, you need to get out there and breathe some fresh air. Don't breathe your aircon all the time. It's not good. Okay, now even with PE lessons now, to be honest, right, when my students tell me, right, it's very, very protected. Like you have the social distancing, you can't play any sports because you can't touch things, right? It's very difficult, right? But I understand, because I mean my colleagues also tell me they're having PE lessons like macam don't even have lessons at all, right? It will never be the same because we have so many precautions to take. And it is hard to go back to pre-COVID-19 times. In fact, I can't even remember what it's like before the coronavirus hit us. Like, 2 months ago, what are we doing? Oh, we went out, really? Okay, yeah, you know. I'll be interested in joining the trials because I would not mind joining basketball if I can be taller. Basically, it's only because I want to be taller. If not, I won't even bother. Okay, now, next question. So what is your CCA? How much time you spend on it, right? So me back then, I was in track, right? And I had training actually about 3 times a week. So pretending me as a student, I'm putting myself in your shoes. Okay, now I enjoy running, and I was lucky that the teacher in charge thought that I had some potential. Potential means I had the ability to do well, right? Maybe back then I didn't have it yet, but I had the ability to do well. Okay, so he picked me out of a list of about 50 students because I know track was the best CCA in my secondary school, right? When I was in my secondary school, it was known, like now also actually, it's known for track, basically, right? Like the whole school will not go to school for one day just to support the track team at the national school meet. It was that exciting and it was that important. Right, so I enjoy training sessions as it challenged me out of my comfort zone, even though it was so difficult. I tell you, I cannot walk after each training session. My legs will be like jelly. Like you walk, it's really very funny back then. But yeah, okay, and also allow me to bond with my teammates. Okay, so we were actually very close because we get bullied by the coach together, right? So obviously that bonds us in a weird way. Okay, so I enjoyed my CCA greatly and hope that we can resume soon. Basically, if it was me, right, I would hope that we would resume soon, especially after all these COVID-19 challenges. Okay, and for question 3, right? Okay, so my idea of how we can encourage other people to take up sports, right, is okay. I'm a person who believes strongly that actions speak louder than words, right? So like I nag to you, right? But if I don't practice it myself, I honestly feel that it's not going to be effective because it's not going to register. Right, so I feel that doing sports really depends on one's interest, okay, and it's hard to motivate others to be sporty. So because of that, right, I would say that if we were to play more team sports such as captain's ball, such as captain's ball, right, that will motivate more students to be more engaged in such activities. So you pull in other people by doing it yourself. So you play, right, you pull in other people to play as well. Okay, I remember a time when my best friend was not interested in sports. We tried to engage her. We tried to get her to play captain's ball, right? Because not captain's ball, ultimate frisbee, right? Because she was afraid of the ball. For some reason she thought that the netball would just like hit her face. And she was like super vain, right? The kind that, before she go out to the sun, she'll put like 10 layers of sunblock, that kind of thing. And me on the other end is like don't care even whether I'm black or white, right? So she would be super vain. So she only trusted frisbee because she thought that she could bend down quickly enough, right? And the ball would just pop her face, like hit her face. So yeah. And she fell in love with it. So that was how we actually introduced her to the sport. Right? Okay, so now we're waiting for the measures to be relaxed so that we can start playing such sports again. Actually, we want to go for picnics. We want to go and just chill out at the park and the beach. But we can't do anything because, well, we all supposed to be indoors, right? Yeah, so okay, but anyway, that's just me venting. Okay, and these are actually how you can phrase your answers according to the Oreo format. Okay, captain's ball is basically like the person stands on the chair, right? And we pass. But when we pass the ball, we cannot move. It's like netball, right? So we throw. The main purpose at the end of the game is to make sure that you can score the number of goals by throwing the ball to the captain. That's it, right? And yes, someone guessed that I'm Indian and Chinese. Okay, which is true. My father's Indian, my mother's Chinese, and I'm supposed to tell you what school I was from, right? Okay, actually I'm from. The past year exam papers that you always do, right? My school is actually inside. I used to be from Rosai. A very, very long time ago. Oh my gosh, that's so long. But yes, I enjoyed my primary school very much. So I was used from a time thing. Yeah. Story of my life in how many minutes? Okay, thank you very much for coming, students. Okay, we've actually come to the end of our lesson for today. Okay, let me just teach you something before we go. Okay, I always end my lessons with quotes, right? Okay. The harder the battle, the sweeter the victory, right? What does that mean? Okay. Remember, now, okay, let's say you're doing okay, now let's say you're doing very badly for English, right? And for some reason you put in a lot of effort, and you improve, your standard of English at the end of the year, right? So remember that the more difficult the challenge you face, when you excel in it, when you do well in it, okay, it's going to be very sweet, and you're going to relish, you're going to completely enjoy the victory that you face. Okay, take it from me, all right, students. Remember I told you I was in track, right? Oh gosh, because I did long distance, right? So I used to do 2 km runs, like as in 2 km competition. So do you think I train 2 km? No way. Doesn't work that way. Okay, every single training session, I will run at least 5 to 6 km so that I can have the stamina to push through the 2 km. You never ever train just the 2 km. You always train a lot more, right? So because of that, I remember I was crazy with back then in secondary school, we were doing 2.4 km, right? Now you all do 1.6, right? For NAFA, right? We do 2.4. So my timing was like, can beat the army guys. Back then, now like people call me fat, right? So yeah. Okay, just to end off. So remember that whatever hard work you're putting in is going to be worth it at the end of the day. Okay, and for those of you who would like to go, you can go off now. I'm just going to play a song because I promised you that at the end of the lesson I'll play a song. Right? I actually picked the song already lah. Sorry, you gotta live with it, okay? Love you all. Okay, so for those of you who are not interested in listening to my song, can just go ahead and go off. Have a lovely week ahead. Okay, and I will see you guys next week again. Take care of yourselves, okay? Don't be surprised if you get a test next week. Ha. Wait, I'm trying to find my song. I'm trying to find my share computer screen. Hang on. Okay, now let me play my song. Okay, to the rest of you, bye. Take care, okay? Love you all very much. Okay, have a good week ahead. Mwah.